Right, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to say this is good news. I think this is bad news. What is happening? David Benioff and DB Weiss, or Weiss, however you say it, are developing H.P. Lovecraft thriller film at Warner Brothers. Now, you might read that, and you might read this title and go, yes, rejoice! However, I see this title, and I read the title of this video, and I delve a little deeper, and I go, fuck off. This is terrible. Now, I don't necessarily think David Benioff and DB Weiss are bad, but I don't think this is for them, and I also don't think this is anything to get excited about if you are a Lovecraft fan. Now, let me get into it, right? And obviously, you can see it's all moody here, you know. Let's set the tone for this video. Exclusive. Game of Thrones creators David Benioff and DB Weiss have set at Warner Brothers an untitled thriller inspired by Hans Radionov's graphic novel Lovecraft. So it is not what the title would have you believe, that it is in fact an H.P. Lovecraft Cthulhu mythos movie. No siree, no. No. So Hans Radionov's graphic novel is fine, right? I'm not going to say it's bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it's far from Lovecraft's work being adapted. All Hans Radionov did was go, right, what can we do? What can we do? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to make a graphic novel about Lovecraft's life as if everything he wrote about was real, and try to weave it like a, you know, like some kind of fictional, you know, biography, I guess you could say, in graphic novel form. Now that's a far cry from the Lovecraft cinematic universe that we're set to be getting off the back end of the Color Out of Space. Now that's something to get excited about. This, no thanks. No. And I'm going to play devil's advocate here because I know people will just see me raging and stuff like that. But I'm a huge Lovecraft fan. Like, I really, really love Lovecraft. Like, the work that he produced, just the stories are they're fascinating. And it doesn't even have to be the great grand cosmic horror. Just look at the White Ship. There's some fantastic stories out there. So good. And I don't feel like this is the way to do it, because I think that this here, if anything, belittles his work. Now that's just me, coming from someone that genuinely is a fan of his work. But let's continue a little bit further, right? Set to write the script are Phil Hay and Matt Manfredi, the scribe team behind such films as Aeon Flux, Ride Along, and Karen Kusama directed The Invitation and Destroyer. Kusama will be executive producing. The Invitation's a reasonably good film. Aeon Flux and Ride Along, that's not a good resume. Especially when we consider, right, that Lovecraft, the book himself by Hans Radionoff, right, has got Keith Giffen, Enrique, as an illustrator, sorry. Now, the Necronomicon, Cthulhu, the Unnameable, the Cursed Town of Arkham. These icons of horror sprang from the imagination of H.P. Lovecraft. But consider this. What if the imaginary terrors that Lovecraft wrote about were not imaginary at all? In the original graphic novel, Lovecraft, which is from Vertigo publication, March 1st, 2004, screenwriter Hans Radionoff, The Hollow, and comics legend Keith Giffen, an acclaimed Argentinian artist, blah blah blah, follow the life of Howard Philip Lovecraft from his bizarre childhood, where his mother dressed him as a girl, to the dissolution of his marriage. Lovecraft comes to believe that he is the guardian of the Necronomicon, the accursed book that is the doorway to the beyond. Was he insane or was he a hero? I don't think this is going to be good at all. I genuinely think this is going to be a big old bag of dicks. Now, it continues, right? So, the filmmakers are keeping it close to the vest. but I'm told that the movie asks a horrifying question. What if H.P. Lovecraft wasn't making it up? Oh my god! Mike Fleming! You just read the fucking synopsis for the book that I just read, bro. Like, Deadline, generally speaking, is a pretty reputable source. But I'm told the movie asks the question, what if H.P. Lovecraft wasn't making it up? Mate, that's the basis of the entire book. Don't be a bellend. What if the monsters he created are real? Also, the movie will be set in 1920 within the Cthulhu mythos. That's all I got. Basically, you took a look at the blurb for Lovecraft, the graphic novel, didn't you, Mike Fleming? Guys, you're such a shit. Benioff and Weiss have been eyeing this project and have been in discussion with Warner Brothers, Courtney Valenti and Toby Emmerich for several years, while they were consumed with the monumental task of translating the George R.R. Martin Game of Thrones novels into 8 epic seasons. The duo subsequently signed a mega deal to create TV and film projects for Netflix in August, but the discussion on this movie predated that deal. That's fine, but when are they going to do it? When are they going to do it? Because you've still got this massive deal with Netflix, a deal so big that it essentially led to them leaving the Star Wars. I just don't think this is going to be good, right? Let me play devil's advocate and let me talk about it as if it's going to be good, right? Okay, could this be good? Yes, it could. It could be good if it takes it seriously. It could be good if it takes it seriously. However, you know, I don't want to hear about Lovecraft being dressed as a girl by his mum, right? That's not really what I want in my, like, you know, although plenty of people love the Lovecraft mythos, right? And the Cthulhu mythos. Those people love the mythos. They don't necessarily love the man behind it, and they don't necessarily care too much about the man behind it. Whether that's good or bad, it doesn't really matter. But the problem I'm seeing with this is that something like this, if executed really poorly and does really badly, it will shut down any work on any Cthulhu-based movie in the future. Now, I know that's quite a big look. I love Cthulhu. Look, literally right next to my desk, Cthulhu fucking relic. Honestly, I'm all about it. You seriously couldn't be any more a massive fan of Cthulhu. I love it. Behind me, over there somewhere, I've got a little Lovecraft figure. The problem is we are just starting to get this stuff rise to the mainstream popularity again. We're just starting to get studios take the risk. Color Out of Space, huge risk. But it's now prompted the studio behind that to do more, right? To do more stuff. Now, the problem I'm seeing is that if this bombs, it shuts it all down. It shuts it all down. Because these guys will get more money, right? They'll get more money than these independent studios. They will get more money, they will get more leeway, and also more eyes will be on them. So if this goes down and it fails, this is a big failure. And to every single studio head out there, it will be a case of Lovecraft is no-go. People aren't interested. It loses tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. That's what they'll think, because that's how studios work, because they're a business. And that's the risk, I think, that you run with this, because it's such, you're treading a real thin line with this type of story, telling too much about Lovecraft, it being a little bit too wacky, too much nonsensical bits and pieces rather than the mythos itself. Anyway, I don't know. I don't think the people behind this are particularly good. I don't think David Benioff and DB Weiss are the men for this. I don't think they've proven themselves good enough to do Lovecraft. Cosmic horror is hard. It's not easy to do, and they've proven that they can't. The thing is, right? Cosmic horror is the unknown. They've proven themselves to not be very good at executing the unknown, with respect to Game of Thrones. So that's my thoughts. I want this to be good, but I don't think it's going to be inevitably, and I'm really sad about it. What do you guys think, though? Do you think I'm overreacting, or do you see the sense of if this bombs, given that it'll be Warner Brothers, David Benioff, DB Weiss, big names, they'll command quite a high budget for this. If it bombs, it will bomb. And studios will put it on ice. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Step there on the world of pop culture and movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please do show me by giving a like and a share. I've Mr. H, though. Take care.